Hey, and welcome to another episode of Prepping for 5th grade. I have Lexi here with me today. So I'm still working on hot cut science, so I'll give you an update in a minute and show you where I'm at, and also talk about new things I have planned. Okay, completely another day because I forgot to actually record the rest of what I was doing. But basically, I finished all of my science worksheets for Harcourt Science, so I'll show you those in a minute. I'm really happy about that. I also started working on my little teacher guide, which basically is going to just be supplies for each of the experiments and then books. So what I'm going to do is use pretty much most of what I already have. I might find some read louds for different topics throughout if I can find some, or some non-fiction readers at some point before we start school, or I might just do it on a weekly, monthly basis where I find extra books. But I'm happy with the ones we already have anyway, because we have several different encyclopedias and things that will work really well with those. So that's what I want to do. And then the only other thing I want to do with Harcourt Science is to photocopy the glossary that's in the back, and then when she is doing her vocabulary she can just refer to that. And what I thought, I'd give her the option of either writing out the vocabulary as it is in the glossary, or she can glue and stick. So I'm going to give her that option. She can cut it out and then stick it on if she wants to do that, just so it can be, it's a little bit more handy, not handy, what am I talking about, a little bit more crafty, I guess, because just because they're 5th graders, it doesn't mean that they don't need to still use scissors and and still don't enjoy using glue and all those types of things. And I think it's nice, a break from just writing all the time, if they can do some gluing and sticking and different things. So I need to do that. So that's everything for science for Harcourt. I still haven't decided what I want or the program to be, because I don't just want that to be our main science. I do want to do something else in addition to it. I'm still looking at different options. We've done mystery science, I think that's what it's called, in the past, and that was really good. We really did like that. My friend Natasha from Educational Roots has posted something called Genius Science or something. That looks good. It's a bit pricey though. I wasn't really wanting to pay that much for it. But it does look good. I think out of the two, I'll probably go with Mystery Science just for the price. I think she's got quite several kids. I think she's got 6. Well, I know she's got 6, but I think she's got 4 still doing school, so it makes sense because you can just buy it as a bundle. Whereas for me, with just only having the homeschooling the one, it doesn't really make sense to spend that much. So I haven't decided. I probably might, if I was going to pick something like that, I probably would go back to mystery. But like I say, I still haven't decided. My other thought process is to do a few of the Good and Beautiful units throughout the year. I'm not going to buy any of them though yet, because they're updating them all and they're adding a journal with them, which looks really cool. And I don't want to buy them and then don't have the journal. What they might, I suppose, I wonder if they'll offer it a later date or something, where you can just buy the journal. So say you already have the unit but you just want the new journal, because I don't know if they're actually revamping the whole units or if they're just adding the journal component to it. But I guess in the actual lesson they'll have to have written, go do this particular page in your journal. So I guess it wouldn't even matter if they did offer it as an add-on. So that it makes me even more convinced that I shouldn't buy any of the Good and the Beautiful units yet until they've updated them, unless it's a new one. And one of them I think is a newer one. But I'm sure it came out before the amphibians one, but I'm pretty sure that and reptiles, I'm pretty sure that came out prior to them saying they were changing them. So I think I'm going to wait. The 2 that I'm interested in doing is birds and ecology. So they definitely are already out and haven't been updated yet. So I think I'm just going to hold off on buying them until we want them, we need them. But there are 2 chapters. Well, there's 1 chapter in Harcourt which is all about ecology, so that ecology unit from the Good and Beautiful would go really nicely with it. But like I say, I still haven't decided. I've still got plenty of time to decide what I want to purchase in addition to Harcourt for science. So that's everything for science. That's what I've been doing. I've also been doing the Beautiful Feet books, going through it all and seeing what things I need to print or anything like that. So I also started making a list of all the vocabulary in there, and making some worksheets so she can actually write them on those. I am going to give her a notebook though, because it references throughout the curriculum. Draw this in your notebook, do this in your notebook, stick this map into your notebook, and everything else. So I already have a horse themed notebook that I made, which is currently on Amazon for sale if you are interested, and I'm going to use that to go with as her notebook. But what I think, again, I could give her the option. She could, because the vocabulary page that I've done has got lines and everything for her to write on, so if she wants, again, she could write it on there and stick it into a notebook, or she could just write the vocabulary into a notebook. It's whichever way she wants to do it. As long as she is enjoying it, that's all that matters to me. But it's nice to have that notebook for her. But I've been going through it anyway, and there is a few things I need to print off. So there are several different maps and stuff that I need to print off. I actually emailed them and asked them, did they include any of those things? Because when we did Beautiful Feet Geography, the picture books around the world one, if you bought the download, you had to contact them for the additional download pages. So for example, if there was in the actual around the world of geography, there was pages where you could colour the animal and everything else, and they were all beautifully drawn and things. But they didn't come with the download. You had to contact them directly to ask for them. So I noticed when I was going through the history of the horse curriculum, which is what we're doing for Beautiful Feet books, it mentioned, oh, do this, stick this here. So I thought, I wonder if they'd produced, all the maps and everything else as an additional thing that you got in the printed book, but then you had to ask them for the download. So I contacted them, but they never got back to me. I actually emailed them twice, and they never even said, oh, no, those aren't included. So I don't know whether my emails just went straight through to spam, or whether they just thought, my goodness, she's silly. Of course we don't include those. Why are you even asking? I have no idea. But they didn't answer me. So for whatever reason, I don't know. So I'm just going to look for the maps myself, because there was a map of Morocco, and there was another place as well. So I'm just going to have a quick look online and print those off. So I'm going to do that in a bit. But what I want to do first is our work boxes, because yes, I'm prepping for 5th grade, but we're still doing school. So I need to do our work boxes. So I'm just about to do that, and then I am going to print some things off that I found for the Jubilee. So we are having the Platinum Jubilee here shortly in a couple of weeks' time in the UK, and I found Usborne were doing a few. Usborne had put together a few freebies and things for the kids to do, and then I also found one, I think it was Twinkle. I'll link them below there, and I'll try and make sure I get this video up soon for you, in case you are here and you want to do some more. Even if you're not here, if you're in Canada or Australia or anywhere else and you want to obviously take part in the Platinum Jubilee celebrations, I'll put the links below of the little printouts that I found, because I think that would be fun to do. Just simple things like making a crown and puzzles and mazes and stuff, just for fun. There was also, I'm pretty sure I saw one to make a lap book as well, which is what I think I really want her to do, because I think she'll enjoy that. And of course we'll watch it on the celebrations on TV, and we'll have our own little afternoon tea and everything on the day. It would be nice to go to London, but there's just no way. I mean, petrol is so expensive, it's insane, and we can't go on the train with our 6 dogs and Shadow, so Shadow's the cat, so the petrol is just absolutely ridiculously priced. It would cost so much, and also there's the congestion charge which you have to pay in London now, parking and everything else, and it would be absolutely packed anyway. So sadly we'll have to watch it on TV, but I'm sure it'll be fun, and we'll probably get to see much more anyway, because if you were there in person, you'd be stuck behind 6'10" people, because I'm only small, I'm only 5'3". So I don't know if you're short like me, you always end up behind someone who's like 7 foot tall. You guys can't see. And Alana obviously is smaller than me, so she's not gonna be able to see either. So we'll probably get a much better view watching it on TV anyway. But enough chatting, I need to get back to work, so I'm going to do the work boxes, print off the Jubilee stuff, and we'll pick up soon. Okay, so they're done. So there ended up being 177 of them. 177 sheets to go with the actual Harcourt science. Lots of different little activities and things. The experiment sheets that she needed. I had a couple of things myself. So yep, that's what I am adding to the Harcourt science. My reward for doing a good job. I treated myself. These are so, so good. I'm not a huge fan of dark chocolate. I prefer milk or white chocolate, but I make the exception with these. They're so good. I love the raspberry coconut. I just checked and it's actually OutSchool. It's nothing to do with Twinkle. I don't know where I got Twinkle from, but it's actually OutSchool. So I'll put the link below. It's a free little ebook that they said that they are making available as a download. So I'm just going to download and have a look at that. So this looks really cute. So it's got some, little find it things here. There's a bit about what the Jubilee is all about. It's a little bit of history. Wow, 70 years. Crazy. So it tells you when she was crowned. If you think about how much I love history, so this is always fascinating to me. If you think about, and I don't have any relatives older than me. Basically, I'm an orphan, so it's really, and all my grandparents died when I was very, very young, so it's really interesting to me to actually see people who are obviously older and are able to talk in things about their history, the past, and what things were like, because I always feel like that's something that is just so fascinating to see how someone who's lived through different experiences and all the changes when you think about technology and how things used to be, and if you think about all the things she's seen in 70 years of service, it's just crazy. All the different changes and everything else. But we have this little quiz. It's time for tea. That's interesting. So it talks about afternoon tea. Oh, and then there are some classes if you wanted to obviously do those through OutSchool. So this one's all about a London history class. Plan a Jubilee party. Pin the crown on the Queen. Oh my goodness, like a twist on pin the tail on the donkey. We definitely want to do this though. Get baking and make your afternoon tea. A word search. Oh, and then there's another class. Some facts about the Queen. Oh, corgi maze, looks fun. Some sights in London. I didn't even know that myself. The gherkin. It is actually officially called 30 St. Mary Axe. Oh wow, I did not know that. I know all the others though, but I did not know that one. That's strange. Okay, how to make a crown. About the Tower of London. Let me know if you've ever been to the Tower of London. I haven't taken my daughter yet because, everything that's happened in the world. We were supposed to go what year was it? 2020. Yeah, we were supposed to go in 2020 to London and do all the sights. We still haven't. But we have been to London, but not to do all the sights and everything. But I definitely want to do that. We did go in, was it 2018 or 2017? I'm not sure. We went to a few different places. We didn't do the whole tour though. We did a chocolate making class, which was really fun. We went to Harrods and all that kind of thing. We went in the Christmas period. But we haven't done the Tower of London, Buckingham Palace and everything. I have been to the Tower of London, Buckingham Palace, as I said, once. And I went to the fireworks that they have in New Year's Eve time. Well, that they used to have. They haven't had for several years. The fireworks that they used to do in London on New Year's Eve. But that was pre, obviously, having my daughter. So I definitely want to make sure she gets to see all the London sights. So hopefully we'll be able to go at some point. That's the crown, I guess. Oh, there's a Minecraft activity. Do you know, we do not have Minecraft. She's never even played it before. Let me know if your kids have played Minecraft before. She does have a tablet and she does have games on it that she really likes. And it's just something we've never... She has an Amazon tablet though, so we've never played Minecraft. I'm guessing you have to have some kind of Android or Apple tablet to do that. But yeah, let me know if you've played Minecraft, if your kids play Minecraft, because she's never played that before. This looks really fun. So there are 20 pages in here. I thought that'd be a little fun thing to do. And this has nothing to do with prepping for 5th grade. It's just something I need to get done that I needed to print off ready for 4th grade. I just thought I'd show you anyway. This is one from Usborne. If you want to get updates like this from Usborne, just register on the site, because that's all I did. And they send you their little newsletter and weekly little activities that they have. And they're always free to download, and they also show you some book suggestions as well. So I'm just going to have a look at this activity pack to print. So here's the little Usborne one, which is cute as well. So make your own Jubilee bunting. A little corgi has spotted a cat. Can you guide him between the guards? This little maze. Oh, so that's where these activities come from, the London activity book. Make another crown, so she can decide which one she wants to do, whether that one or the outschool one, her little quiz. Doodle more royal corgi, she'll love that. That'd be a fun one. I've also saw on Outschool, no, why do I keep saying Outschool? On, what's that one? Art Hub for Kids on YouTube. They've done a draw a corgi one, although I think it was a unicorn corgi. I'm going to have a look and we can do an art Hub for Kids one about corgis if I can find one. It's not a unicorn one or mermaid one, although that'd be fine too. Oh, all about the crown jewels. More London doodling. Oh, there we go. Corgi puppies. That looks cute. A little activity. Oh, a colouring page. So yeah, they look fun, and we actually do have that. The London Usborne colouring book. I think we do. Anyway, I need to have a look. So yes, I'm going to print off that one as well. I think that'd be fun. Oops, I think that'd be fun to do. And I'm just compiling a little playlist on YouTube for some videos that we can watch as well for the Platinum Jubilee. So they're all printed off now, ready for next week, and I'm going to do workboxes now. Okay, so I'm just back to 5th grade planning now. So I am just having a quick look at Core Knowledge, grade 5. I couldn't think of the name then, it escaped me, but I remembered. Because they have an ecosystems unit, they also have a protecting Earth resources unit, and they have energy, which are all part of, and astronomy as well, which are all part of Hardcore. So I'm just having a look. They usually have, I don't understand the appeal really of Core Knowledge, because it doesn't, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm just looking at the free downloads, but to me it doesn't, it just looks like a reader and then a teacher guide with a few questions in. I don't know if I'm completely missing something and I'm not downloading something, but this was a couple of years ago when I had a look at it, and that's what it looked like to me. But I'm going to have another look at it now in case I was missing all the goodness of it, which is possible because I only had a cursory glance. But I'm going to have another look at it and see if any of these would be appropriate. The readers would be great because obviously, you know, it's just something that you can read herself. But I'm going to have a look at the teacher guide and see if I can see what all the appeal is of it. Because I know a lot of people really love Core Knowledge, and I don't understand it. But like I say, I've only had a cursory glance, and maybe I'm missing this treasure, which I will let you know if I feel that way in a minute once I've had a look through. And then I also just need to do something for Daniel Science for next week. So we are talking about marine biology in science currently, and there is a coral reef lesson called Takes a Dive. So I'm just going to have a look at the printouts for that and print out anything that I need. So I'm kind of doing a mixture of stuff, half 4th grade stuff for the next week and then half 5th grade for next year. And my dog is barking because we are planing the door after we had our floor fixed, because the door wouldn't close. So if you can hear barking, that's why. My dogs don't like the plane. It's an electric plane, and it's really not a plane as an airplane. Plane as in sanding machine, and it's really loud and I hate it. So yes, speak soon. Okay, so I've got my lesson here in my teacher guide, but I want to click on the hyperlinks to print off the activities. So I have my teacher guide here, but I've downloaded it obviously onto my computer. And I've just done Control F so I can find the relevant page rather than scrolling through the whole document. Not that it's that long, but you know, it's just a cheat. So there it is. So now I'm going to click on the activities and see if there's anything that I need to print off for us to do for Dining on Science for this week. Okay, so we'll watch the YouTube videos, then I'm going to do this one with her, the Google Earth Coral Reefs activity, and that's this one. So they go on to Google Earth. Did I even say that right? I don't know. Hopefully I did. They go on to Google Earth and they look at all these ocean exploration activities, and there are some questions as well for them to do. There's also this coral reef lap book as well. I think this one's from Homeschool Share, so we might do that. I haven't decided yet. We'll see what she thinks. And then there are several different art and craft activities, so I'll see which one she wants to do. There is this one, which is to make a light up coral reef, which looks fun. So it looks like at the end. So it looks kind of cute, so see if she wants to do that one. Or there are several different art projects in these ones, and these two links. So she could do one of those. Or there's this watercolour one with salt. So she's got a few choices of which activity she wants to do. Okay, so I've just printed the Google Earth one off, and then I also printed off those fish in case she wants to do the egg box little coral reef activity. And now I'm looking at history for next week. So we are in Rome currently, so I'm just having a look. So there are a couple of books that we need to look at yet, and we are going to be looking at daily life. So we've watched several of the YouTube videos already. So we did the day in the life of a Roman child last week. We also did a mosaic. She made her own mosaic as well. That was part of the Evermore Pocket that for ancient Rome activity. This week we are going, as I said, going to be continue looking at daily life and looking at housing and architecture, and then also I want to dabble into Pompeii as well, because there is an activity in the Evermore Ancient Pocket to do a volcano activity, which I think will be fun, and we can talk about Pompeii as well. And you know, volcanoes are always fun, aren't they? So that's what we're going to be doing for history. And I just need to get our math worksheets for next week ready, and then that's everything for next week ready, and then I can get back on to concentrating on prepping for 5th grade. Okay, so it's Saturday today, and I think I'm going to leave this prepping for homeschool video here and pick up with next time, because I don't like to make them too long. But today we are going to our farm, which is going to be fun. They have a little event on there. And then when we come back, I need to do a few more things. I need to get our tickets for a few different field trips that we're going to go on for June. So we're going to be doing our junior farmers. I already have the tickets for that. But then there are 2 animal sanctuaries that we want to go to in June, and they look so fun. You can actually feed the animals and everything else, so that's going to be really fun. Then there is also a forest class that I need to buy her ticket for, to do our forest class, and then I need to book her horse riding lessons for June. I still do pay, because it's a new place, it's pay as you go, obviously until you're happy and then you can do, you know, longer by batch tickets and things, but I'm just on the pay as you go because it's a new place. And yes, I'm going to pick up with you in the next video and talk about what we're doing next for prepping for homeschool. So I hope this is interesting for you, and I'll see you in the next video. And my hair is crazy. I've been outside with Shadow trying to get her to go out. I've never known a cat like it. She will not go outside. She is terrified of going outside. So I have to physically lift her out and sit with her for a bit while she gets, you know, acclimatized, and then she just, if there's any kind of noise, she just runs straight back in. Makes me sad because I don't know, I just want her to be able to enjoy being outside, but she's just, I don't know, maybe she just wants to be an indoor cat. But she's 2, she's actually 2 on Monday, and she's still never gone out by herself. But hopefully, meow, speak of her, hopefully this is going to be the time. She's so funny though. She's like a dog. She fetches. She's just, you literally throw her toy and she'll bring it back to you just like a dog. She's funny. Anyway, I'll see you in our next video. Shadow's in the way. I'll see you in our next video. Take care. Bye for now.